Big up, everyone. Sorry about that. Big up, Cooler. Big up to every single one of you. I forgot I need to make you mod, bro. I'm here, guys. Sorry, I just had to set up everything, which takes a while. Big up to you. So big up to everyone. Salute to us. Big up. Let me know. I'll try to drop the link if you got something to say. But first, let me add you as a mod and share the stream, guys. Please share the stream. We might do a part 2 tomorrow, actually, as well. But let me try to finish. Let me get something real quick, and then we'll explain. Yeah, I'm coming, guys. I'm back. I'm finally back. Just need to fix up these two things. But yeah, let's talk about it. The Premier League is in the mud. Big up, Lewis. Big up, Simeon. Big up to all of you. Every single one of you. Thanks for joining in. Perfect timing. So yeah, let me try pull it up. Where's Pop? Okay, there we go. So yeah, big up, Cooler. Some mixed feelings. Barcelona fans, PSG fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, every single one of you. Big up to all of you. So yeah, here we go. The first leg. I'm doing good, Cooler. Let me know if you want to join. I'll drop the link in like 2 minutes. PSG, big up to you. We talked about this on Tuesday on the space. What are your thoughts on the Barcelona performance, Cooler? So yeah, these are the results. Okay, so let me turn on my camera. I know it will be getting dark soon, but it is light, luckily. So yeah, I will be covered together. What a baller. Yes, let's talk about it. First of all, Barcelona drawing Newcastle. I saw a little bit. I came out from work just because of the time zone, just because the game wasn't going to end until 3 p.m. and I got off work at 2:30. Newcastle took the lead 1-0. Barcelona got a draw with a penalty kick. Last minute, Lamine Yamal takes care of it. Atletico battered Spurs. Not a surprise because Spurs are finished. Atletico Bodo Glimp, another surprise run. I'm not really that surprised as much because at this point we have to accept that Arsenal, not sustainable. We're going to talk about every single one. Then PSG, Chelsea, Real Madrid, City. They actually turned up, bro. And before I drop the link, let me know if you're ready. Like I said, final thing. Smash up the likes. Share this stream on your community post. It'll help out. Subscribe to the channel and all that. I may not have gotten subscriber-only mode on for now. At least not yet. So, Cooler says, I'm not happy. We didn't deserve to win. We kept getting the ball away. If it wasn't for John Garcia, it would have been 4. Araujo, bro, what a joke. So, which game should we start off? The Italian football? All I got to say, finish, bro. Dortmund, you guys are even bigger frauds. So, I guess let's talk about this game, I guess, right? Are you guys ready? I'll drop the link right now. Didn't deserve to draw. I mean, yeah, you honestly, yes, before we talk about Valverde's masterclass, bro. And then we can go game by game. So, which game should we go first, guys? I'll let the chat choose. Should we go Barcelona's game first? PSG's Chelsea game first? Real Madrid City? Or who else? Or Atletico Spurs? At least one of them. Which one should we start? Because yeah, I'm not going to lie, Barcelona have not played well, honestly. And Lamine Yamal got very lucky. He got a pen. So let me try to pin the link. So I have to get my phone again, which I forgot to do so. But I'll come back for sure. Yeah, Tigres are losing to Cincinnati, bro. What is going on with Tigres, bro? You just came from a beating home today in the derby last week. How are you guys losing? Bayern put belt to ass. Barcelona. Arsenal got lucky. Pan, yeah, they too, and we're gonna talk about it. So here's the stream. So if you want to join, let me know. So yeah, I cannot believe what is going on. Yeah, I'm watching the Concacaf. It's got big up PMF5. So what game should we talk about it? Should we talk about the Barca game against Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea, Atletico, Spurs? I don't know if I could make a poll, sadly, on the freaking phone. That sucks, bro. Like, I can't make a poll, sadly. That's the unfortunate news. And I'm not even on my computer right now. I mean, I am, but I can't, like, do it. Not awakey diving. I'm not surprised. The Premier League, bro. All right, so Barca, do we all agree? It will be for sure. All right, yeah, we're going to talk about all of it in the Premier League. One thing, Premier League, no wins. Man told me this is the best league in the world with everyone, with every single ballers. How did not a single one of you won a game? I expect some exceptions. All right, fine. Man City and Chelsea. They run a hard ground away from home. But I didn't expect you guys to lose 3-0. Spurs as well. Arsenal did not look great. Newcastle should have won that game, even though they were probably the best Premier League team out of everyone. And they still didn't even beat Barcelona, even though Barcelona were crap on that day. And we're going to talk about it. So Newcastle to Barcelona. Absolutely. They were talking smack to be La Liga teams. That's true. Very true. And even though La Liga has some problems, but the Premier League, bro, you guys have been moving fraudulent. Whoosh. All right. So yeah, I'm not surprised about Spurs, Chelsea, Man City, stinker and hooked, and Arsenal were not good. Spurs, of course, bottlers of bottlers, and Newcastle. How didn't you guys give that penalty, bro? So I guess we'll start off with Barcelona, right? Yeah, John Garcia, in my opinion, man of the match, bro. In my opinion. Even though you could say that he could have done better, but Araujo, bro, I don't know why I thought Mob would give him a rating. So Barcelona, they get a 1-1 draw. They got a last-minute penalty, even though they were losing 1-0. This game should have ended 0-0. This game was kind of boring. So Barcelona were getting locked up all over the place. They couldn't score from open play. Lewandowski, bro, he was moving so slow, bro. And tell me, and I know he's getting up in age, but Ferran Torres, I know he's not any better because he keeps missing chances. The tuna, sadly, the fish, the snack that smiles back, sadly, who doesn't turn up as a shark, sadly. Absolutely, Ramsdale. I thought he was okay. Barcelona. Before we check on the stats, everyone was not that great. Lamine Yamal. Even though Dani Olmo won the penalty, right? At the last minute. Lamine Yamal in open play, what do you think he has done? Maybe a few dribble success, 52 touches, fair. Because since I came in like late, and once I came back from work, Newcastle was about to score. So how was Lamine Yamal's performance? Because all I got to say in the last 10 minutes, he couldn't do much. He did got the penalty and scores it, fair enough, but in open play, not that great. No, not the best. It's not. If it wasn't for Spurs would have drawn. You think so? And we're gonna talk about Spurs. People need to show respect Araujo. People need to show respect Araujo. He's good in matches and one mistakes ruin everything. Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about all the Premier League teams. Could Before we talk about the theory, I want to talk about this game. So, what would you say about PMF5 and Cooler? What would you say about Lamine Yamal's performance? I know Rafinha disappointed, bro. Sadly, he's not showing up in the UCL. Sadly, he was poor. I hate to say it, but what has happened to Rafinha, bro? My Brazilian. A lot of Brazilians in the UCL were not great, sadly, especially my Rafinha. He's been good in La Liga, but in the UCL, no. And I'm a bit worried, bro. This is not the Rafinha from last season, bro. And I know he came back from injury, but he hasn't But this season, bro, he only has gotten one assist. I'm kind of a bit sad, worried. Yeah, I was he ghosting, bro? Yeah, I've almost forgot he was on the pitch, bro. But yeah, he was getting locked up. It wasn't that hard for Lewis Hall, who's actually a great player, which they actually gave the man the match to. Lewis Hall is such a great player. I remember when he was at Chelsea a few years back before moving to Newcastle. Like fluidity plays. I'm surprised they started him over Livermento, which I forgot Livermento even exists. Is even at Newcastle. I mean, he did came on like the 67th minute. It wasn't as great as Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall happened to, even though they played him as. So yeah, Newcastle didn't even start Anthony Gordon or even though Jacob Ramsey got the assist with the pass ball in open play. But yeah, Fermin Lopez, did he did anything? Pedri was just okay controlling the midfield, but just couldn't handle like the pressure because Newcastle, bro, they're just so strong physicality and like yeah, very good. Like Lewis Hall, bro, those passes, bro, something keep an eye. I don't know if he moves back to Chelsea. I mean, he's probably happy at Newcastle. I heard he has a contract till 2029. But yeah, he played really well. He should get called up for England for the World Cup and probably for these friendlies. So maybe if you're an England fan, you probably be Thomas Tuchel to do. But let's see what happens next week. But yeah, Barnes scored. Cunha, I forgot. Or no, not Cunha. Sorry, William was still the guy that got them the winner against Manchester United last week. He was pretty mid. Even though this is the same guy that got them the late win against United. 10-man United winning 2-1, if you guys remember last week. Because this Newcastle, they had to play Manchester United, Man City, and Barcelona back-to-back in 6 days, bro. What are your thoughts? Tell me. They had to play about that. Everyone keep fooling Pedri. Pedro Neto also pushed the ball. Oh, we're going to talk about him. Pedro Neto, bro. He didn't even got a yellow card. Oh, my goodness, bro. Neto, bro. This guy, bro. What has happened to him, bro? I was told that he was going to, ever since that, after the Conference League, this guy's falling off a cliff, bro. I'm not going to lie. Pedro Neto. He has not been playing well. And we're going to, and I'm surprised, and I heard UEFA's investigating, but that doesn't mean suspend for the second leg. We're going to get to the PSG Chelsea game. But yeah, John Garcia, even though for some reason Fault Mob gave him a rating of 6.9, even though let's check the stats. So I know Barcelona got a pen, so in open play, they only had one shot on target in open play, technically. The penalty shot does not count. In open play, I'm talking about. Or general play, like open play, set piece, not non-penalty. So, yeah, Barcelona were really poor. Even though they got a little better with the ball, they had an expected XG. Newcastle were just better. They had the better chances, better shots. And Newcastle should have won this game. I'm not going to lie. I hate to break it to you. Barcelona. And when we're going to talk about Arsenal as well. They come back the penalty. They kind of did because they think Spurs fans, they think they could do remontada. A lot of these Premier League fans, they think they could do remontada, bro. It's unlikely. If Chelsea can't do it or City can't do it, Spurs won't do it, bro. Even down to 10 men, they would probably lose, bro. Probably. I mean, if Atletico gets a red card, because these Premier League teams, what is going on with you, bro? So, yeah. But realistically, what are we saying? What else would you want to say? In your opinion, who's besides John Garcia, who else do you think who played well? Cancelo got booked. Yeah, Rafinha, I'm disappointed. Even though Fault Mob has said Rafinha was worse than John Garcia in open play. I mean, well, in attack, he was sadly worse than John Garcia. Didn't go because there's some big saves, bro. And we'll see what happens because Barcelona are going home away from home. You know, like I said, he did win the penalty. Not Fault Mob, bro. They don't do everything. Was it Danny Olmo or who won the penalty, bro? Marcus Rashford came off the bench, didn't did anything. Sadly, he got locked up. So what's your response? I hope Lewandowski or Leverkusen, my bad. It'll be hard through at the Emirates. Yeah, it is. Kubarsi. Okay, that's an okay shot. Yeah, he did a great job on handling Lucid, right? And Elanga from Nottingham Forest. Fair enough. And yeah. Olmo won the pen. That's right. Even though I was trying to remember. So fair enough to Danny Olmo. He did win the penalty. That's the closest thing he could have done. Mark Casado just replace Pedri. Nah. It's just not bad or anything, but nothing special. Marcus Rashford didn't did anything, but Danny Olmo just won that penalty. If it wasn't for that penalty, if you got free kick, you wouldn't have scored probably. But yeah, Barcelona did not score from open play. They probably would have lost this game, but they'll be happy, even though this is not a sustainable performance, bro. The performances are going to have to be way better in the second leg. And you're at home at the Camp Nou, strong record, a strong fans. Will Newcastle handle the pressure despite all the strong physicality they have? Let's see. Because Newcastle are way clearer than Bilbao. And I think Newcastle beat Bilbao like 2 or 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, in a couple months ago in the Champions League phase. Bernal, what do you think of his performance? I haven't noticed it. I almost forgot Tonali played. But what else would you want to say about the performance? Yeah, I'm shameless my ass watching Yamal celebrating that penalty. Yeah, he was like, I forgot his new celebration. It was similar to Kunde. Shoot, I forgot, but it was like, I could be wrong. It was like this. But yeah, so shamelessly, bro. Like, let's see if you could stay humbled in the second leg. Let's see. Because this is your first Champions League game since Copenhagen. So what would you say about Mark Brunell's performance? Good, bad, mid? Brunell's decent. Alright. And Cooler, feel free if you want to join the panel, or if not, you want to join the chat. That's fine. So yeah, I think Barcelona for Newcastle, I think this was such disappointment. I know they could have capitalized more chances on target. They had 16, only 4 of them were on target, and only 1 converted an open play goal. 1 big chance. Fully 1 goal, 4 shots on target in open play. Newcastle clearly should have won that game. Who was the one that gave away the penalty? Danny Olmo won it. Who was the one that lost it? Who was the one that gave the penalty away? Because I don't remember. It wasn't Burns. It wasn't Lewis Hall. Definitely not those. Was it this guy? Mark Terry? Who's the one that gave a penalty away? Which one? Is it this guy? Well, is that him? Did he give away the penalty? I could be wrong. Even though Fall Bob is not saying it. Did he give the pen as well? Because I see he got booked yellow card. So I'm assuming it's him, Joseph Wellick. He's the one that gave the penalty away. All thanks to him. Newcastle do not get the advantage, so all right. You'll join the Panson. All right. Bodo Glimp, yes. Because I don't remember who's the one that gave the penalty away. But yeah, I think I could be wrong. Apparently, it might be him. But yeah, stinker and hook because Newcastle, they would be happy with the 1-0 advantage, even though they would have to play Chelsea in this midweek, this weekend. My bad, on Saturday at Stamford Bridge in London. I heard reports. I don't know if it's true. I think it's from the fans. Big up to Strasbourg Steve, by the way, a Newcastle fan. Even though yeah, he follows me and he hasn't joined my streams yet. If you don't know about him, he's a Newcastle fan. He didn't just told me. He told everyone that he as a Newcastle fan, he says F the Chelsea game, skip the Chelsea game, play the kids, and focus on that Barcelona game because he wants that. He wants the quarterfinals so bad. He wants to see the upset. So he says, screw the Chelsea game. Even though Newcastle, they are. I mean, they're not. Unfortunately, they are sitting pretty low in the table. They did got that big win against Manchester United, of course, last week. They're sitting in 12th, unfortunately, heading to this. Behind rival Sunderland, which, by the way, Newcastle, after that Barcelona second leg, they're going to have to play their biggest rival, Sunderland, at home. And we all know it's a derby. It's a rivalry. These two, the Toon versus the Black Cats, is next week. So let's see how Newcastle will sacrifice against Chelsea. I know they'll take that Sunderland game seriously, but Newcastle's run has been stretched. They lost to Everton before they played Manchester United. They also played Man City over the weekend before Man City somehow got dropped. And then of course in that 2-2 draw between Nottingham Forest and Man City, people were a lot of people that were non-Premier League fans, even besides the Real Madrid fans, they were telling us do not rule out Madrid, and we'll get to Madrid soon. I wasn't going to rule out Real Madrid, honestly, because Man City draw a 9-4. I'm not fully convinced then. I'm going to call someone here. His name is Faz. Just 1 second, okay? But you'll be back for F6. Yes, I think so. Willie or Willock, yes. Yes, that gave away penalty. If you're in Newcastle, so yeah, I know you got some important games. I know you're going trophyless. You got Chelsea away. You have that tough schedule. But Newcastle United, heading before they played Barcelona, they've played 3 straight games. Newcastle have actually played 5 straight games at home since the 24th of February in the last Champions League playoff against Karabakh. They had to play City again, funny enough. They had to play City like 4 times since February. They played Karabakh. They beat them. They were already through because they battered them in Azerbaijan for the 9-3 advantage on aggregate, 6 goals. And they lost to Everton at home for some reason, and Everton are mid. And then they beat Manchester United, even down to 10 men last week. And then they lost to Man City at home in the FA Cup, eliminated after they knocked out Aston Villa on Valentine's Day. And then they got the 1-1 draw in Barcelona. And then, they got Chelsea and Barcelona back-to-back, London and Barcelona, before they play Sunderland. So what would you do, bro? This is going to be real hard, bro. If you're a Newcastle fan, what would you want to say? Okay. What happened to me and Frizz? Wait, who's... Oh, wait. Are you talking about Cooler? Oh, not me. Nothing. Because is there an update about him? Tell me. But yeah, if you're a Newcastle fan, you're probably going to have to sacrifice what happens on Saturday, because if you're heading to this, since you're disappointed, if you're going to have to go out, you're going to have to ban the Chelsea game and rest all the guys sending in. And even though Chelsea themselves, they're even in the worst situation. And we're going to talk about Chelsea in a bit. So yeah, if you're Barcelona, not the best performance, you'll take this, even though with the refs, I know controversy, the penalty and all that, you'll take the draw heading back to Camp Nou. even though Barcelona, just remember they're in the title race. They're playing Sevilla this Sunday, 8:15 a.m. kickoff, 4:15 Spanish time. In Barcelona, we expect them to get revenge after what Seville has dumped on them, 4-1 back in October, earlier this season. And Barcelona, in my opinion, I think Barcelona will batter Sevilla. I think Sevilla are trash. And Sevilla's form is like draws, draws, draws. And Barcelona will want to get revenge. Even though Barcelona might have to rotate a bit, but they'll probably win this game. What do you mean what happened? Literally said is being racist. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like why did he have to betray the football community? That's that's not good, bro. So the legacy is getting ruined. I thought we were all good. But what are your thoughts, Cooler? You even if we rotated starting 11, like maybe like this, even though Fop Mob claims to be. So apparently they'll start Tomer from the academy then. Apparently. So let's see. Let's see. He'll get a start because maybe there will be a surprise. Sevilla, nothing to play for, just trying to not get avoid relegation. So they'll try. Seville, they only have one injured player, and Mateus Almeida, their manager, has been suspended. Even though he got a few injuries, Christian, Balde, they're all out. De Jong, Kunde. So yeah, it's gonna be real hard. So let's see what the decision from Newcastle. If you're Barcelona, you'll take it. So I think that's all I gotta say about Barcelona Newcastle. What else would you want to say about this game, guys? What else? Yes, I know what you're talking about. You better get revenge. Absolutely. And you should, like, of course, what happened to October was just madness, and you don't want to see that ever again. So, in my opinion, like I said, Barcelona got to take every single opportunity as well as they can because this is not sustainable. So yeah, we'll come back to Barcelona. Don't get me wrong. So where else should we talk about now besides Barcelona? Who should we talk about? Who should we talk about? Who should we talk about next? PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern smashing against Italian football. Which one should we talk about for good? Which one? YouTube, bro. YouTube, bro, is a joke. For as well game. And Cooler's in the belly, of course. Big up as always, as you're just in the chat. PMF5 says Newcastle should have won like 3-0 if they were not unlucky. I mean, they shouldn't. Shouldn't have won. Oh, should have or shouldn't have. Yeah, if they were a little bit more clinical, if even though if that striker Unyas actually played much
Yeah.
better clinical, I think this could have been worse, but they didn't. And they told me, oh, but the Premier League has the best shooters. They didn't prove that this week. But anyways, what's up, Cooler? Big up.
What's up, Adam?
Again, wild. What else would you want to say about the game?
Nothing, to be honest. It was just a bad performance from us. Hopefully, it will be better next week.
And Newcastle were not even 10 out of 10. They were just 6 or 7 out of 10. But Barcelona, I give them like a 3 or 4 out of 10. 3 or 4, of the performance. And then,
So, Adam.
Yeah?
Do you know about the whole foot situation?
I heard some of it. So, when did this occur?
Where'd you hear it from?
Well, from you guys, kind of a bit. Yeah, I heard something like that, and I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did this unfold? Go ahead.
How?
All right, go ahead.
1 second.
All right, let me know when you're back. But yeah, like I said before, we talk. Even though we're gonna have to talk about this, so real quick. So which game should we talk about next?
All right,
I
I'm
guess.
back. So basically, what happened was, I was Foot's Discord server, and he was like saying race, like him and his brother, and
Oh
like I wasn't having that, to be honest, because I'm not like one of those people who just
no.
support racism. That's just messed up.
And
And he was like talking to me like he didn't care about it.
wow, no sympathy. Just like that Benfica player, Presta. I'm not
Like Foot
surprised.
Foot has like such an ego, and I just hate it.
Damn. So he really has no
And then
sympathy. But
like I tried to talk to him like before all this started, and he just was like ignoring me, like airing me.
so basically, he was ignorant this entire time.
Yeah, he ignored me twice. By the way, I asked him something twice, and he just ignored me.
Wow.
It's like I've
So
been thrown under the bus.
wow. And
And I just
I
feel like I feel Foots is just like such a backstabber. I just feel so betrayed right now.
so what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna block him or not yet?
Not yet.
Because I want to wait and see. Because I've seen dramas like this before, not just in football, but like in the Beyond community, which I used to, which is a long story. Before I came back to the sport, of course. But yeah, that sucks.
Oh yeah,
And
let me tell you what happened 2 days ago as well.
okay, really important, guy. Oh, big
So
up,
like
Mike.
basically someone was being racist in his server and like wishing death upon Yamal, and like I banned them, and then like Foots got all mad at me because he said only he can ban or kick people. So he took all of my roles in the server. To be honest, what's the point of kicking or banning people? Like, hold up.
That's a joke. That is absolutely too far. And you
And
got
like, what's a moderator without kicking or banning or timing out?
yeah, yeah, those
If
roles
you
on.
ain't gonna let me kick or time or ban, at least don't have my moderators or something.
Then what was the point then?
What?
Wait, what was the point then? If I was
I don't
asking.
know.
And then who does he support again?
Same as me, Barca.
Barcelona. Oh, and you as a Barcelona fan, you don't condone this, just like how you don't condone the
Now
lazy performance. But this is worse than the lazy performance what we saw on
I will
Tuesday.
always stand against racism.
No matter who it is, and why does he have to act up like that
I don't
Benfica?
know. Out of nowhere, he. And by the way, he tried to unban the person that I banned.
And did he actually unban them?
I don't know. He just tried to, but he couldn't.
One. So how many more days are you gonna like think about before potentially cutting ties with him?
To be honest, I think I've already cut ties with him.
But you're not. Are you gonna fully block him, or you're just gonna have a decision to wait or
I'm
make?
not gonna fully block him. I'm just gonna leave his server
You're just gonna leave server. I think that's a good choice. Yeah,
until he apologizes. He has to write me a long apology.
yeah, like yeah, not act like that. Benfica player, of course, which just happened in the playoffs, of course. Rivalry
Yeah,
sucks. 'Cause there's no place for racism in football when they actually go so
I
stupid.
literally just like searched up the messages and I searched up like the N word and like I saw what he's been saying. He's been saying it a lot.
I am not surprised. Oh, if Dax found out, my friend Dax will
I
know
can
about.
send you images if you want.
Yeah, sure, on Instagram.
After stream though, after stream.
All right, make sure you don't forget. because I
Because if I
do.
try to send it to you now, it'll just make me leave the panel automatically.
Yeah, and then even though I will be live for 45 more minutes or an hour, but yeah, but interesting. So I ho- he has to improve. If he doesn't improve, bro, uh, could call for his chance to get terminated soon. Like we'll always have people like this. Bit disappointing.
He's lucky I'm nice.
Yeah, because some people will have it
I
restricted
could
like that.
expose him right now in a heartbeat, but I'm not.
Yeah, because I've seen dramas
Probably
like
should
this.
expose him.
I've seen this before in the Beyond community, which I used to be. Unfortunately, just because of the style of rants, just for a bit, and includes some nearby communities, which I even forgot, but I left for good riddance, anyways, because everything has become toxic, and I'm not surprised from it. And there's some toxicity in football, and it's not good when you have those.
I agree
But
with that.
absolutely, facts, Michael. Exactly. Football discussions only. And yes, we will talk about PSG Chelsea. I know you're not gonna like this, Michael, but racism, yeah, fuck that shit. Like no one should be racially abused of the color of their skins or nationality or the way they
It's
speak.
very unnecessary.
Like what's the point, bro? If he doesn't improve, bro, like I'm seeing another I don't even know what incident. It could be another like saber raccoon incident, which I just witnessed a couple years ago. It's a long story. Even though I
I
don't like
really don't know what to say, to be honest. I was good friends with him, and then he just backstabs me like that. This is why I don't trust anybody.
fully, at least you can trust me.
Yeah, I
What-
trust you.
Whatever, but yeah, there's some unfortunately people.
You're one of the only few people that I probably trust right now. I'm gonna be real.
I will never do something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Not sustainable. Even though, of course, it is getting dark where I'm at, but still, it's just not sustainable. No matter what time of the day or the year, racism is unacceptable. Like we just saw that Benfica Real Madrid.
Team 5, can you rephrase that? I don't
Huh?
understand what you're trying to say. Rephrase
Oh,
that, please, Team 5.
but yeah, racism is no place anywhere. Of course, it had to happen. So PMF5 also had a comment just now. Cooler. Someone from his Discord server asked.
Team 5, just don't reply. Don't reply. Do not reply to that.
Yeah,
Don't say anything.
just
Because
reject
if you
them.
say me, you'll get in big trouble. And I don't want you getting in big trouble. So just like,
Yeah,
don't
be
talk about
careful,
it. Just don't say
PMF5.
anything.
Because this world, in my opinion, this world is a big mess. This world is a big mess right now. What we're seeing with the United States and Iran, and look at this. The Federal Misma is either getting postponed because of the war, or it's going to be moved to Europe, likely. Apparently,
Wait,
London
Team
went.
5, who asked you that?
All right, let's see. Forgot to add I. Okay.
Can you tell
All
me
right.
who asked you that or no? Adam, should we get them in the stream and expose them?
Probably not today. I don't know
Yeah,
about tomorrow.
yeah.
Just
Let's just let this be a chill stream. To be
for
honest, let's
today.
not get. Yeah,
I don't know about tomorrow or Saturday. I could be busy. I mean, I'm planning to do Botafogo Flamengo. I mean, we'll see.
do you know who
Yeah,
it was, PM5?
I removed the person. You remove it for good, right?
Adam, I'm gonna check Discord real quick. If I leave the panel, it's because it made me automatically. So if
Yeah.
I leave the panel, I'll just join back. All right.
All right. So you're gonna go on Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it real quick to see what they're
All right.
saying.
So I'll explain. So hey, Cooler, if you're still there,
What?
one more thing. So and everyone. All right. So while you do that, which game should I talk about? Should we talk about PSG Chelsea already? Which one? Since we
Let's
already
do the
talked.
PSG one.
All right. Because, Michael, I know you're not happy, bro. I feel you. We'll talk about Madrid City once we get back. But yeah. All right. Go
That
ahead.
goal from Barcola was just something else.
Barcola, he's coming back. He did score against Monaco and he scored against Chelsea just in time for the French camp in May before they play Brazil and who else? Senegal, I believe, or not? Could be wrong.
Chelsea's GK was just so bad.
Jorgensen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here are my thoughts. Yes, I watched the game, even though my phone battery was low. Even though I was trying to turn into everyone's watch along, big up to Michael, big up to Alf, big up to even Will Football Carnage because this is happening during Real Madrid Man City. So I had to go back and forth, and then my phone battery ran out at the 70th minute, so I had to charge it. Um, but here are my thoughts. I knew PSG was gonna play a lot better compared to Big Up C Media, but I need to say this. So I knew PSG were going to turn up. I knew PSG was going to play a lot better than the Club World Cup final. Even though PSG haven't been that great, I didn't expect them to win by 3 goals. So I'm a bit surprised. A little bit. Fair play to Kvaratskhelia off the
This was the
bench.
most entertaining game.
By far. 7 open play goals, bro. All from open play.
Adam,
Yeah.
we can agree that this was the most entertaining game of the round of 16 so far, right?
Yes, absolutely. I've enjoyed a lot of this. This was the biggest game, and did you saw the highlights I've sent you on Instagram?
I saw the game myself.
You saw the game, and what would you want to say yourself? Yeah, PSG gets revenge. Yep,
Yeah, it was a very good performance from PSG.
and Luis Enrique. Yep, he got everything right. Liam Rosinha couldn't do what Enzo Maresca would have done, and
It could
yeah,
have been it could have been 5-1 PSG if it wasn't for Doué making that mistake.
that's true. Doué did make a mistake that led to Enzo Fernandez's goal, and Doué, even though he did got the assist to the which goal? I forgot which goal he assisted to for the 62 minutes. So I'm assuming he assisted either. Did he assist the Barcola goal or Dembele goal? Since he was subbed in the subbed out 62nd minute because I forgot. Because this was a really entertaining game. Pacho locked up João Pedro because Lucas Beraldo's not there. Also, it's missing, even though Marquinhos did okay, but he couldn't keep up the pace because Pedro Neto was trying to cook him. Even though he tried his best, even though age has slowed down. Stefan he still needs to work on a bit better. He's still not down to Roma level. No offense to Stefan. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia could have gotten a hat trick after the comeback. Chelsea scored on the counterattacks in both goals. Mind you, one of PSG's goals, the counterattack back to Dembele goal. Yeah, that's true, the second goal. And after Chelsea were trying to go for the second goal, after the Malo Gusto equalized, and just before halftime, I'm assuming Doué got the assist. Oh, yeah, yes, that's the one. Doué, and someone made that back heel pass, I'm assuming. And then they were running to Doué, and then he was going, and then find open space. Dembele was trying to go in, cuts inside, finds the space, and there you go, open play goal, and takes back the lead for PSG. And PSG were a lot more energetic, even though despite doubts that PSG have been not playing well, because PSG they played well against Chelsea, even though they struggled against Monaco in these past 3 weeks by barely beating them, drawing and losing to them. And feel free if you want to join the panel, Michael, about your thoughts, or if you want to do it in the live chat. But yeah, what else would you want to say, Cooler?
Wait, sorry, I was looking at the Discord, my bad.
All right. So, what would you say about Chelsea's back line? Oh my
It could have
goodness!
been way better.
Look at the
Wow.
Jorgensen rating of 3.4.
Wow. Just wow.
Adam,
He
Absolutely
is
violated.
he's
Yeah.
doing
The
He's doing
Spurs
great.
GK rating was way worse than that.
But however the ratings, ah,
And we're gonna talk
why they
about
were
Spain
bad.
too. These guys were
I don't
horrible.
know.
They're saying Chalaba had a bad game, couldn't keep up with the pace, and the Kvaratskhelia off the bench, bro. Oh my goodness, man! The match already got the assist, goal, game changer. Because from 2-2, it was 2-2 when he was subbed in, and then he gets 2 open play goals and 1 assist. He assisted Vitinha for the goal, right? Vitinha showed levels yesterday. Even Anto Fernandez, I would say, had a good performance with goal and assist. Caicedo had his moments, but it wasn't like the best. Even though going against his teammate William Pacho.
2 words. Adam made Pierre clap our defense back line, especially Bemba in goal.
That's true because they were getting cooked. And as I'm about to read this, let me turn on the light if I can find this real quick. All right. I was trying to find the light, but I couldn't. So, all right, there we go. So, yeah, Michael says of course, 2 words. Adam made pure crap, a pure crap defensive block, especially line in the goal. But yeah, but yeah, even, but yeah, like your defense, bro. This is what happens, and then this is why this is not. This is Blue Coast Chelsea, and the people that voted for this are loving this, and it's sad to see. Look at how much you've fallen as giant. It's not the PSG from last year. I mean, sorry, Chelsea. This is not the Chelsea as well that humbled PSG either. And like there's some like mixed feelings for both teams. But Chelsea's back line this time has been exposed. Short video. I'm ready for Lamine Yamal versus Messi, best player of all time. Yeah, all right. Yeah, the Fenomenal. I can't wait, but the problem is, due to what's going on with freaking the USA and Iran, like war complex, unfortunately, with this has disruption of the Fenomenal. Apparently, will be moved out of Qatar. They're gonna make an announcement shortly, like this coming weekend. Apparently, I don't know if it's true, because due to the situation, they want to move this. Due to the situation, they're planning to move this game to Europe. I don't know if it's going to be held in London, at Wembley again for the second time in a row, or Barcelona. I can't do even though they. Well, I mean, I heard the Madrid wants to host it as well. But yeah, unfortunately, with politics, just like that, just like racism, it has ruined football. It has gone in the way, and this is why. Look at with politics. Look at what has Chelsea become from. Look at what Chelsea has come right now. Became right now. No longer the Chelsea may have won everything. They've won it all, but this is not the club they have once. It's not the club where they once actually are. Those high standards. And now with this, look at these politics, bro. And I'm gonna send. All right, I'll check IG in a bit. Absolutely, because this situation needs to improve. Yeah, I kind of do because why we need him to cook for Brazil. I want him to do well. So yeah, all right. Yeah, and I hope he can recover from that injury, but we'll see what happens. But besides that, the politics, I really hate politics of football. Look at this. Blue Coat Clear Lake ownership. They chose this because they chose this back line because Roman is Russian, he's connected to Putin and all that. And now with the United States war intervention in Iran, no punishment. But if this is Russia, ban, ban, ban. That's the problem. And this is why I look at what's going on with the West. Whether it's neoliberalism or cultism or neoconservatism, which none of them are great in my opinion. It's just a cult from both sides that make bad things, basically. And look at what's going on at Chelsea. If this was Chelsea under Roman, this would be a draw, or PSG somehow wins by a goal, which fair enough. It'd probably be a draw because none of this would have happened. But due to geopolitics, this is what Chelsea Football Club has become right now, and that's why it's real bad. I have no Wi-Fi right now. My bad. Yeah, and Chelsea, and I hate to say, you guys might be out of the Champions League, even though you guys could potential make a statement comeback, but it's going to need a lot of work because, in my opinion, PSG are going to stay humbled. PSG don't even have to play this weekend. They got the game postponed against Nutus, or I forgot how you pronounce that team. So PSG, guess what? I saw their social media post the day after the game, and they're already focusing on the second leg. Well, Chelsea, they're going to have to play Newcastle, who might also, they probably want to rotate against, of course, against Chelsea for that game against Barcelona for themselves. But Chelsea, I don't know if they would fully rotate. They're probably likely taking the 3 points, but will that be enough? Because PSG, even though PSG, funny enough, drew Newcastle in the league face on the last day of a 1-1 draw heading to this. So PSG, I don't get it because PSG, they've been doubtful. With a lot of pressure, it did woke them up, even though where was this earlier? Because Newcastle got a draw. Sporting Lisbon beat them. Monaco, of course, had their number kind of this season. And Monaco gave PSG a hard game by scoring 2 goals back-to-back. So we don't even know. So, PSG, they had the better chances, but 5 of them were converted. It's just mad. This was 11 versus 11, bro. And Chelsea normally gets red cards. And this is 11 that's embarrassing. You got bullied like that? Well, they probably wanted this feeling. Now they'll be confident. Yeah. I wouldn't say this is 100% over. But Chelsea, they'll need a lot of work. Oh, hi, Mel. Guess what? We're talking about it. My San Jose Sharks beat the... Oh, what's the scoreline? I haven't checked it out since I couldn't pay up ESPN Plus for now. Just because I want to save up money for good. For now. What's the scoreline? Come on, Sharks. Yes. So, who scored? 4-2. Nice. Score. Timeout. Yes. Nice. Away in Boston. That's a pretty nice win. Awesome. I seen the result. But hey, Mel, what are your thoughts on Chelsea PSG? I'm doing good. I low-key miss Pau Victor at Barcelona. No. Every time he gets minutes, he showed up, but he never gets... Yeah, that sucks. And how's he been doing in Braga? Has he been doing good? Because I'm assuming he has been doing good. Ferran, bro, I don't know if he can survive that long. Do that in the World Cup, you're not going to do that. You're not going to miss. You're not going to freaking win. You're not going to win anything. Because remember, this World Cup season, as PSG defeated Chelsea, of course. So, yeah. I wouldn't say the tie is over. Stefano wasn't even that great. So, even though he's probably not Donnarumma level, so I'm assuming if Donnarumma was in goal today, the tie would have been over because he probably would have saved one of the shots, bro. But Chelsea's backline are absolutely dog shit, bro. And they've been exposed. When was the last time Chelsea conceded 5 goals? It's been a while. This is their worst defeat all season long, if I'm not mistaken. Because not even United gave them. Not even United gave them. Honestly, in the Premier League, in the big games, they haven't been too bad. At least they haven't been too bad. So against because when was the last time Chelsea lost by 3 goals? And I know the last time they conceded 5 goals, and I hate to break it to Michael, was the 5-0 defeat against Arsenal. I know you don't want to talk about it. But funny enough, the last time PSG scored 5 goals was against Marseille before they capitulated against Reims, and I thought PSG, I wouldn't say I thought PSG would be back, but let's see. So if you're PSG, they wear their black kit, their 5th kit, special kit. For the first time in since the Marseille game, you could absolutely breathe because PSG, they have not been well. But now with this, a lot of people are surprised now. Even me, I was kind of underestimating PSG a bit now. I did expect them to turn up either way, but 5-2 was just mad. Yeah, you could say Jorgensen gave them. But PSG have never been this clinical in a while because PSG have dropped off this season, in my opinion, with a lot of things. Even though they're trying to have an evolution of mixed new tactics, basically. This is the last time they scored 5 was against Marseille, their biggest rivals, which they also dumped 5 against Inter Milan. Even though PSG, they could lose the league title to Lens, even though they're 1 point ahead. They'll try and push for the Champions League. We'll see. It's possible they could do it back to back, but let's see the character because heading to this, they have not looked great. After that Marseille game, have not looked good. Yeah, they've been scraping wins here by. Bears scraped the draw against Monaco. Bears scraped the win against Le Havre. Lost to Monaco again. Yeah, they beat Chelsea, and guess what? They got an advantage. Who will win? PSG. So yeah, PSG. This is absolutely fantastic. For the first time, obviously, since the Marseille game, you could finally breathe in because you guys have gotten a roller coaster season. If you're for Chelsea, at this point, I wouldn't say give up and go home or skip the game. It's important to cheer on your team, but I think all I gotta say, especially you, Michael, big up to you. Even though, of course, you got exposed, you have to protest your owners, bro. When will Chelsea fans have the nerve to just protest their freaking owners, bro? Because now with geopolitics around, now with this, forcing people, you're free Iran and all that, is being whitewashed into sports, especially Chelsea being under attack because of Roman, Russian this, Russia, Iran that, and all that gimmick. It's all being in sports. And that's the problem. This is what happens. This is why I hate politics, bro. And listen, I don't even support neither the U.S. or Iran in this war. I don't really care. But they're dragging this to sports, and that's what's going on with Chelsea. Ever since they got Clear Lake Capital from Roman, look at things have fallen off for Chelsea. Even though PSG are Qatar owned, but they've been doing good. Of course, their season, but that's just more individual problems. They'll act anyways, even though even if PSG wins the Champions League somehow back to back, they win Ligue 1 by a closer margin. They'll fix up more after the World Cup. They'll fix up. But Chelsea, you're just buying kids, unexperienced guys, unknown dudes that make no sense and just a fake weird project. That's what happens with politics, and now with this, it's not looking good for for Chelsea, bro. If you're Chelsea, you might call it quits, maybe. I wouldn't say call it quits, but it could be time to just protest your owners because when you guys just lost 5-2, this is your biggest defeat of the season, bro. Because of course you guys are living from that Club World Cup final, but you can't always do that. You've lost to smaller teams, drawing with Burnley and all that. Losing to Sunderland at home, Sunderland was that better form at that time in October. It makes no sense, bro. I hate to break it to you, but yeah. Chelsea are not playing well, bro. Chelsea, you barely scraped by Wrexham in extra time. It's not sustainable. You had a fully rested Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Well, Enzo Fernandez, of course, was great. But Caicedo wasn't fully explosive. But yeah, and at this point, I'm not saying that a Chelsea comeback would happen. Everyone would have to perform well. Is that about coming back, Michael, if you're in the chat? Even though we'll see Modric, well, we all know suspend. Well, at this point, he might not just play football ever again, or for Chelsea at least. So Fabian Ruiz, we don't know if he'll come back. Probably doubtful. I mean, they're saying that sneeze, but I heard rumors that he could try to come back for the second leg off the bench, and they didn't have Fabian Ruiz. Esteval, hamstring injury. So let's see if he comes back. I heard rumors he'll come back against Newcastle on the bench. He'll make the bench. Will we see any pickback? Levi Colwell, they're saying that he's back in like UCL training. I don't know if it's official, bro, because those trainings take a while. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but they'll have to show me. Because for Chelsea, bro, I'm not going to lie. I think you guys could be out. And yeah, Chelsea, you guys have not looked good. I'm not going to lie. You did smash Aston Villa 4-1. Lost to Arsenal. Just because Arsenal, like. And I hate to say that Chelsea kind of got an easy path in the FA Cup. You've avoided playing the big Premier League side. You've avoided everyone. You got the easiest draw to find. But yeah, in the Champions League, even though you finished sixth, you still have to play PSG, even though the second leg is at home. But the problem is your home record isn't even that great. Even though Chelsea's last home game, it has been a while. Chelsea have not been at home for a while. Chelsea will be hosting Newcastle. We'll see, because they're going to have to play Newcastle. They got Everton away on Saturday. So Chelsea's last home game was against Burnley heading to this. It was a draw. It was a 1-1 draw against freaking Burnley, who are sitting 19th in the table, right? Or 18th, right? Yeah, 19th in the table, who are finished. Burnley, and yet you still could think you guys could come back. A lot would have to happen. PSG would need a red card, in my opinion. They'll have to lose their heads. But I think they're going to stay humble. Then PSG, I think they'll want to be hungry for a win at the bridge. I could see PSG winning. I could see either a draw, a 2-2 draw, a 3-3 draw, or a 1-1. Or a PSG win. Even a Chelsea 2-1 win. Well, we'll see. But first, let me know when you're ready to join. But let me get this thing real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me get something. All right, let me get something. All right, back. Sorry about that. Just need to get this. So yeah. By the way, I think like I said, this tie could be over. The Chelsea comeback will need PSG to not be humbled or a red card. And yeah, even though 90 minutes is like kind of long, but I think PSG, I got them either drawing or winning. But like in a confident humbled way. Everyone, Luis Enrique is probably not going to tolerate. Yeah, would I say PSG would still do it back to back? I wouldn't try to rule them out, so maybe not yet. Maybe. But we'll see. But even though PSG does have a tough route, but anyways, before we talk about more of the Champions League, good news. Copa de Brazil is done. What are your thoughts, guys? I got everything. The models, everything. Well, looks real good. I just need to add
You got a
the
3D printed models?
yeah, it's a 3D printed model.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. Once I get everything done, I'll sell them. I'll try to build up a store as soon as next week. But
Okay, you will.
I still need to print out that Champions League trophy again. And and then once I 3D print everything, we are ready to cook. We are so ready. Cause yeah, Copa de Brazil, I think we're gonna cook. So yeah, I'm ready for that. But anyways, C Media, yeah, I forgot or Club BBC, I forgot to send you the highlights, which I'll show you after this. So
Alright.
yeah, even after, yeah. So if not, I'll try to send it to you in Discord in a bit. Hold on. I think yeah, I would say Chelsea are out. You know what? All right, we'll screw it. We're gonna move on to this one. At the same time, I'm kind of surprised as well. A bit. Well, I mean, I'm actually slightly more surprised with this game than PSG Chelsea. Real Madrid, the Fede Valverde show happened. 22 minutes, three open play goals, hat trick in his first time in his career. You got a happy, bro. Walking down the stairs perfectly. Man, the match was him by far. Fede Valverde he scored a hat trick. Real Madrid have actually turned up. Donnarumma, stinker, and hooked. Fede Valverde took all those shots well. So yeah, everyone played pretty well. Brahim Diaz got an assist, bro. Fede Valverde 9.7. Man, the match absolutely brilliant, bro. Even though second half did slow down, but the first half absolutely destroyed them. 10 out of 10 performance, bro. And yeah, and it proves that Xabi Alonso was the problem. Federico Valverde, yep, Lewis. Federico Valverde, the Uruguayan who used to play for Peñarol, the same team as El Pelo Largo. Hooked, bro. Erling Haaland, stinker and hooked. What has happened to you? You have not been playing well. Haaland, where were you? You have not scored in these past 3 games. Ghosting before the World Cup. Oh, this is not. You only had 10 touches. Rudiger locked you up again. And he was very great. Trent, bro, had an okay performance. Even trying to, I think, got the pre-assist. I could be wrong. Courtois, well, got an assist for Valverde's goal. Courtois, Brahim Diaz, they all got the assist, and then someone stole him from the ball. And I think Donnarumma was mid. Kind of bad, I would say. He kind of played bad. Couldn't save it, even though he did save Vinicius Jr.'s penalty, which we'll get at it. But this was the Federico Valverde show, first half show. Then even the halftime show, bro. Real Madrid, or below, have actually cooked Pep Guardiola. He absolutely outcoached them. I don't know about tactically, but yeah, the players showed well. They turned up, bro. Real Madrid, despite not even having the better possessions, bro. They did a good job. They peppered them. They were trying to go for it. And someone was cutting by. And then, yes. Yeah. So, Real Madrid, they leave the heads held high. 3-0 win. This is your biggest win against Man City, bigger than the 3-1 last year with Mbappe's hat trick, by the way, which Mbappe was the one that had the hat trick. Man City were lucky to even pull one back because the game didn't even matter. The Brahim Diaz, where he got the goal back. No. Marmouche, or who was it? Nico Gonzalez. But the game was already over. 3-1, doesn't matter. Even though scoreline was mostly 3-0. So yeah, very similar, but this was at home. So maybe it tells you everything. Xabi Alonso might be the main problem. Maybe Xabi Alonso was not good enough for this team, maybe, or not good enough, but wasn't the right selection, right proof as a manager. Because the good man management would have to be Arbeloa, like Simon Ancelotti, to flourish. But does that mean Man City are out? Just like Chelsea, kind of. But if I had to bet money out of the two clubs, who's the slightly more one, even though they're most likely going out together, I would say maybe it's Man City. But Man City, bro, what has happened to you guys, bro? Man City, bro. And yeah, no Mbappe, no Jude Bellingham, not even Man City's owners, Rodrigo. He's gone. He's injured. He's no Alvaro Correas and more, by the way. They didn't even have those players. And they had no problems, bro. No problems. No Bellingham. Tchouameni did pretty well. Dean Howson was good. They've actually they even trusted Manuel Ancle. Eduardo Camavinga. So yeah. Danny Carvajal even came on, and even he didn't have to do much. Marmoon, and it was too late, bro. Rangers did nothing, bro. Brianna Silva, Roger, what did he do? Oh, just made some good pass, but everyone else was cruising on. Disappointed, bro. Donnarumma. So Vinicius Jr., I thought you were okay, but you missed the penalty, sadly. You got a penalty and you missed it, sadly. No, after those two good penalties against Sociedad, you couldn't do it yourself, sadly. You couldn't do it against Man City. You could have killed off the tie. And the only positive for Man City / negative for Real Madrid is that Vinicius Jr. penalty got saved by Donnarumma. Missed. One-man Army FC, kind of, yeah. Even though everyone was good, but Valverde was by far the leader of the squad. Starting to become the new leader. He knows what he's doing, bro. He made Uruguay cry. Back to its glory, where it belongs to the ancestors. So yeah, he's back to me here because most Uruguayans are Spaniards, anyways. But yeah, the only positive, that's the only thing. If Vinicius Jr. scored his penalty, even if it's not a good one, but Donnarumma couldn't save it, you'll take it. Then fair enough, even though you should be practicing on penalties because this is not good enough. And this is why I'm worried for Brazilians penalties, bro. We're not good on pens, bro. And that worries me for the World Cup. I'm not confident for penalty shootouts as a Brazil fan, which we're going to talk about it soon. Real Madrid, Man City. But yeah, if Vinny scored that pen, Real Madrid are through. Man City, they don't even have the firepower. I mean, they have the firepower, but the momentum, they won't even have the momentum to at least make it close, like Barcelona did against Atletico last week. At least try and make a comeback, make a pride and display that you tried everything and keep your heads held high. But you come in that, but now you're gonna need a lot of work. You're gonna have to score 2 early goals, or you're gonna have to get an early goal, or else you guys could be out. Man City, you guys could be out, bro. Different environment at the Etihad, bro, but this is not looking good. If you're Man City, this is not looking good. And that proves that stressed again. Oh, right. So you're gonna need a lot of work to improve. If you're Man City, You're gonna need a lot of work to improve. I can tell you that. But anyways, all right, no comments. So yeah, in my opinion, Man City are disappointed at 4 chances in open play, but they couldn't convert them. Courtois saving them. So all I gotta say, Newcastle are just. Man City were not great, and that proves what everyone is just playing bad. And of course, Real Madrid Man City is a slightly bigger game, the biggest game of all. PSG Chelsea was a big one, but the bigger out of the two had to be Real Madrid Man City, even though it has to be every single season. So we're gonna have to embrace Real Madrid Man City every season. But why can it not be the final, bro? Every single season, bro. They play each other. They play each other. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, Man City, they were just missing shots, bro. Like, I'm still yet to even do all the reactions, bro. By the way, quick update, guys. Check this post. João Pedro is already on the plane for. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And we will do a preview. We will talk about it. I don't know. Should I do Valverde? If you want, yeah. Because of Premier League, bro. Valverde absolutely cooked. And yes, he will be called up for Uruguay's national team. Which I forgot who Uruguay even play. I heard rumors they're even going to try to play Argentina after the final leaves, but I don't know if it's true. But I forgot who else they're playing. He's definitely going to be there, bro. Valverde will be there. So, yeah, I think Real Madrid, good performance, keep that momentum going, and try to see. Because I think Real Madrid, they're going to play Bayern Munich. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich will be confirmed soon. Will be confirmed by Tuesday. 5 days. All right, so let's move on to Atalanta Bayern. In my opinion, Italian football is finished. Italian football is done. Italian football is done. Because the problem is Italian football, it's done, bro. They're just in the mud, so everyone was awful. Their backline was violated, bro. Masterclass from the front three. Luis Diaz, Elise. Even Nicholas Jackson got a goal in this. Granabi, Upamecano, they all got assists. Goal. Bayern absolutely bullied the crap out of Atalanta. And Atalanta were just awful, bro. They couldn't do anything. Bayern absolutely just sweep them from top to bottom. Yes, they gave up a goal, but it won't matter because Bayern are 99% through anyways. The tie is over. Atalanta, Italian football might just be finished. And we're going to have to do an emergency podcast meeting about this as soon as possible. But yeah, Atalanta, they barely scraped by Dortmund. We couldn't get a German D Classic because of this. Dortmund would have made this a lot more competitive, bro. Atalanta are done, bro. I think Italian football finished. I don't even know what to say, but Italian football, I think, is done. They didn't even have Harry Kane, bro, and they'll probably use him in the second leg. We don't know. Because, my opinion, Atalanta, they're out. They're out of the Champions League. That has to be confirmed. Bayern, they're through. They'll play for the kids. Maybe Harry Kane will get some minutes. Elise probably just scrap up the goals, even though in case of injury, of course, just to be well rested. And just play Real Madrid most likely. Atalanta, yeah, we're going to have to talk about Italian football. All the Italian teams are out. Official. because Atalanta are going out, Inter Milan are going out, are out, Juve is out, Milan didn't even qualify, Napoli, the reigning champions of Italy, out as well. Italy is so washed up. Italy might be worse than La Liga. I thought La Liga would be worse, but it's Italy. It's Serie A. So yeah, even though I got a few minutes because I have to go, let's talk about this game. Atletico Madrid Spurs.
And also, okay, sorry to interrupt, but make sure to subscribe to Gacheto's 100 new viewers.
Yeah, subscribe to them. And before we talk about the Brazilian league, Atletico Madrid. I'm not surprised they destroyed Spurs. Spurs are absolutely garbage, bro. And the Premier League, these guys are in the mud, bro. Even though I have to go in like a couple minutes because I got something to do. Atletico Madrid 5, Tottenham 2. What are my thoughts? They absolutely cooked. They destroyed Spurs 5-2. They gave the same scoreline against Real Madrid 5-2, and then what PSG did against Chelsea. Levante scored. Griezmann absolutely cooked. Julian Alvarez, Lamar, bro. They absolutely cooked, bro. Pedro Porro, Lamar, and yeah. And I think Spurs, we all know the gutter. They are finished. They're going to the championship. Probably is confirmed, bro. These guys have not won a game. And like I said, they're not serious. No. They are not serious, and now LAFC is struggling with Sunny Men. You guys are done, bro. Spurs are finished. Finished against everyone. That's all I gotta say. Atletico Madrid, good performance. Julian Alvarez is back. Griezmann is back. Welcome back, Griezmann. Absolute, even though a rough 2025, bro. Good to see him back. So Atletico Madrid, they'll probably advance, bro. Spurs, they'll probably get a win in London. So yeah, every single London team will be going back home, but only one will have a slight um, less work. So yeah, before I do end the stream, we may not comment on every single one of them. We'll do a part 2 tomorrow, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, these are the final results.
Yeah.
So hold on, where is it? So yeah, Liverpool, no surprise they lost to Galatasaray. These guys were absolutely awful, bro. Liverpool are finished. I wouldn't say completely finished, but these guys are washed. Even they lost to Galatasaray. Will they do a comeback against Galatasaray? We'll see what happens. Because even if they play Galatasaray, they're not beating PSG. PSG will go to the semis, in my opinion. Because PSG take care of business against Chelsea, which I think they will probably beat Liverpool as well. Even I expect Liverpool to make a comeback, but they're not passing through the quarters unless PSG messes up. I think PSG, this is their game to lose against Liverpool in case that happens. Everyone was awful. Liverpool is still inconsistent. They thought they would be back. One day they play good, one day they play bad. They're just inconsistent. But still in a drop off season no matter what because you dropped off. Because it still feels a bad season from high standards. Everyone saw none of them were good. Ekitike chance was nowhere near. Liverpool, bro. I don't know. We're gonna talk about you guys as well soon. They lost to Wolves after beating them in the FA Cup, and they thought they would go on a run. They thought they would be back. No, they're not. Liverpool, they're just awful. Not even PSG's downfall is like this. I mean, PSG's downgrade is kind of bad, but I think Liverpool has it worse. I mean, yeah, I know PSG has some games and all that. Liverpool, kind of worse. Spurs, even worse. So a lot of Premier League teams are doing pretty bad in my opinion. So, and if they don't fix up, they might be a victim of this and just being fraudulent. So before I do end the stream, all I gotta say, thank you. So this is the final. Yeah, we will come back tomorrow because I do gotta go. So any final thoughts, guys?
And well, I'm guessing this will be a rough finish. But anyways, for those who had never for those who had never watched Adam streams before or do have watched this stream before, make sure to like and subscribe, and also make sure to subscribe to our friend Allward named the one and only Gasatels 800 since he got 360 subscribers. So let's get him 370 subscribers, guys.
Please.
But anyways, yeah.
All right, hold on. Give me a sec. All right, before I end the stream, I think I got something to say. Yeah, these were the final results. We'll come back tomorrow, but I just need to find something real quick. And I hope everyone does well. Like I said, I think everyone needs to do. Everyone will just do their thing, but yeah, it's just gonna be complicated in the next few minutes. I mean, sorry, not minutes, few days. So good luck to everyone. But to the fans of the Premier League, it feels stressed out. It's not sustainable. This feels like an awful performance of the awful. So, so another thing before I end this, um, let me use. You know what? We'll come back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I gotta go. Let me use the restroom. So yeah, I'll see you
Well,
guys
see
tomorrow.
ya.